Let's make the ultimate swag item that is easily programmable. You know how companies give away pens and bags and different things and little erasers that you take home as a swag item, as a giveaway. For me, I wanted to go home with John Doe. This little guy will help you and your children in coding circuits and learning how to code circuits if you've never coded circuits before. This is not a new idea. Let me show you what we have done over the years. So many years ago, we made this. If you know what Arduino is, it was like a very tiny Arduino that goes on a keychain. We have made this little circuit. It looks like a microbit, if you know what that is. We have made a little arcades. We have made a lot of circuits. Oh, by the way, this is this little keychain. Looks like a microbit. That's a microbit. And when we start thinking of something new now with the Doe Link and the new ecosystem, I thought of creating something that you would actually put in your pocket, but you can program, but it's fun to program. So I came up with all kinds of ideas, just inspired with what we've created before. And what I did is, of course, I'm not an artist. We have talked about this before, so excuse me. So we made a guy. So this is like a robot, right? It has like some ears, and then there's like a USB connector on top, and this like robot has like eyes. And of course, for eyes, it's easy to choose to put like RGB LEDs on there. And then we have like mouth. I thought like maybe putting some LEDs for a mouth. And then we give it body, of course. And I thought of different things, like maybe like we do it like this. And then, and of course with the Doe Link connectors, the JST connectors, I thought of like when I make the feed, I would put the connectors on the bottom. So you have the robot, whatever, the robot here, and then arms, and then we have the feet here, which are the JST connectors. I went back and forth a lot with the team here to see what the possibilities might be. And I hired an artist to actually do the work. And then we settled on something really cool. But then I remembered making this many, many years ago. So this is not a new idea. We did not come up with this idea. It's been floating around. It's basically using the PCB itself, the printed circuit board, the circuit, as a USB connector. So it has like the pads on it, and it plugs right into a USB connector. And just really quick, this board was called USB Prank. It's a board that would move the mouse in a circle randomly at random time. And it's a random circle, like small circle or a large circle. You take this, you plug this into a computer in the back, like have fun with your friends, coworkers, your spouse, plug this in and walk away. And then every hour, every half an hour, the cursor will just do this, or like a small circle. And they would literally freak out. It's so much fun. We should redo this. We'll get back to it, but let's put this away, bank this away for now. This is for another video. And then I love that idea. And I'm like, well, hold on a second. If we do the same for feet, so this is the robot, and then we use this for feet, and then similarly, we put like, you know, the USB connections, power ground, data plus, data minus, and connect this to the robot. And then we can build a robot with arms, and then we give it a head. So now we don't need the USB connector on top anymore. So now I can just put like a hole on top. Maybe you wanna hang it. I put the connectors in the shoulder. I tried that. I didn't like the idea a lot. And then we've moved it a few times, and then we settled on this, which looks a lot better than my drawing. So you have a robot that has, similar to this old circuit, it has USB connections on the bottom. We have the eyes which are RGB LEDs. And then we have the mouth, which has 3 LEDs. And then we're like, oh, there's a spot in the ears. Why not? Throw in a couple LEDs. That was an idea by my daughter, by the way. So we added 2 more LEDs, so like blue LEDs to match the blue. So we changed the circuit to blue. And we moved the connectors from the shoulders down. We still made like gold shoulders, so it looks really cool. And it has like, you know, nice gold shoulders. So, and then the buzzer, we went back and forth, like using the heart using the buzzer as a heart, and then like you have a heartbeat. But it just didn't look right, and it's like the circuit is so tiny. I mean, this gives you an idea of how small it is. So now you can add a, I don't know, let's say a display. Like you want to add a display over here, and then you would wire it in, and then the robot would be holding the wires, like, you know, holding on to the circuits, the light sensors, the display, whatever you want to connect to the robot, if you want to. If you don't want to, it's still a pretty sweet robot that you plug into a hub. You can open up a terminal software, start typing code right away. Built in, you don't need to install anything, zero coding. And then for block options, we're also looking at different options. Previous video, I talked about like some of the options we're looking at. So you can see that video if you're interested. I'm going to show you this in action, but I'm not going to show how to program it in this video. We'll do that in the next video. Hey, I forget to mention, I found this. It's pretty sweet. I love how it hangs. And he's wearing a backpack, which is a battery. Bye-bye.